How's it going, guys? We're gonna try something different this time. I've seen a lot of camping videos where people cook, they cook whatever they want. But I've also heard a lot of people talk junk about this item here. And I'm not gonna lie, it's been a long time since I've had any of it. But I'm gonna show you a quick way you can cook it and make it pretty tasty. Now I bought the plain classic one. Well, it's actually 25% less sodium because, well, I'm on high blood pressure medicine, so I'm trying to help it out a little bit. But anyway, I didn't buy any of the flavored ones. You can, but I want to show you that you can buy the simple ones and cook it. So what I got was this, and I could tell you it is not as cheap as it used to be. This is a smaller can that was around 3 something, almost 4. Bigger ones even more than that. So at that price point, you're better off getting a cheap pack of hot dogs. But I guess the benefit of this is it does not need to be refrigerated. So let's open it up and see if we can get this pate out real quick. Don't that look tasty? Looks like cat food, smells like cat food, but that's all right. And of course, it's not gonna come out easily. Nope. Don't that just look appetizing? All right, let me get a couple more things real quick. All right, we're back. So we just got our knife here and fresh jalapeno, and the easiest way to do it, you can either dice it up and stir fry it or whatever you want, but the way I'm gonna do it this time is make some thin slices. I say I am. And a bigger plate. There we go. That one's a little thick. That'll be all right. So on a side note, I didn't know there was a Spam museum. I gotta go check that out. What do you guys think? Has anybody ever been there? So let me know how it was. I'm pretty interested to see how it is. Need to look up some videos, I guess. I'm sure there's plenty of videos out there for it. See, it's getting hard to cut, but it's at the end. That's all right, still eats the same. But pick and choose which pieces you want. And now, I'm gonna go wipe this hand off real quick so we can cut up that jalapeno real fast. All right, jalapeno time, pretty simple. We just slice it, thick as you want, thin as you want. Yes, I cut them with the seeds in. Eat them, cook them. And we will cook these two, most likely a little bit. There we go. That's pretty good. That's plenty. Set that to the side. Got our pan here. And we're going to drizzle some olive oil in it. This pan was given to me not too long ago, but a good year or so ago, and I never really used it. It was cruddy and disgusting. But I'm starting to kind of like cast iron and cooking with them. So I'm trying to break this one in and clean it up a little bit. It needs a really good sanding is what it needs, but it's slowly getting there and slowly getting better. So we'll just keep working with it. And we're gonna let that heat up a little bit. And by now you can probably figure it out. Spam goes into oil and you're gonna brown it pretty good. And also take the jalapenos and put it in there. This is very simple. And then I'm going to do something else with it in a minute. So just hang tight. And like I said, you can cube it. You can like chop it with a meat masher and put some eggs in it. You can put it in ramen. You can put it however you want. Like I said, it used to be pretty cheap, but it's kind of pricey now. So I don't know what kind of mystery meat's in there. But if you got a cooler, you're probably better off just bringing hot dogs or a pack of bologna. But if you want something that has pretty good shelf life, get that. And you can make multiple things out of it. All right, let that heat up for a minute. All right, it's getting there. So we're gonna go ahead and start. That way it's not too hot when I first put it in there. Let's see. Yeah, so it's just getting there. That's a big one. Like that. Bump the heat up a little bit more. And we're gonna let that cook for a few minutes and get nice and brown. And then we're gonna throw these jalapenos in there and cook them in there with it. and then we're gonna make something else with it. All right, so it's cooking really nice, and this is gonna sound crazy and ridiculous to be honest, but when I cook hot dogs on the grill or on a stick over a fire, I don't cook them fast. Cook them slow, kind of off heat, and that way it doesn't really, it's not so squishy in the middle, but it actually brings out all the flavor and the juices of the meat in there. And I know that sounds kind of crazy to slow cook a hot dog, but I'm not talking like hours long, but don't just throw it right on the fire and burn the outside essentially. Kind of put it off heat and just take your time with them. Do the same thing with bologna. I like fried bologna sandwiches. That's easy lunch. It's easy meal. It's cheap. Good for camping too. And I'm kind of doing the same thing with this. It's a little above medium heat, so it's not too bad. I'm just worried about that thick one right there. I wish I could have got it a little bit thinner, but that's all right. But I'll eat the same. They're getting a little brown. And now's a good time to go ahead and throw the chops in there. Jalapenos. And you gotta watch this, or they're gonna start popping. You don't want that to pop in the eyeball. Yeah, make that nice in there. These bigger ones around here. Stove leans to the back for safety reasons, so all my oil goes back there. Smells good too. That's like a fresh jalapeno with jalapeno. Yep, get some nice color. Get a nice brown to it. And I'm gonna let them cook for a couple more minutes. I'm gonna keep checking it, tossing them. Like I said, you don't want to cook them fast and burn one side. I mean, unless you like it crunchy, that's fine too. It's always an option. Keep these stirred up. I'll start kind of tossing them around. Okay, we'll be back in a minute. Alright, that is pretty much perfect. So I think I've decided to use these two right here for what I'm going to do. And it's pretty straightforward. Like I said, this is something that easily you can make camping, at home, whatever. You know, it's small can, it's compact, so you're already carrying your cast iron and all that. So you think of cram in there. Turn that down a little bit. Alright, so we're going to put our jalaps up here. Maybe they'll put popping at me. Something simple like that. You're a big fella. Yeah, like that. And I forgot to get the good cheese. So I got this cheap cheese like this. And we're going to throw it on top. Put your lid on to melt that cheese. And hang tight. Usually I would butter some bread and cook it on a pan top like this as well. But we're in the house, so I'm just using regular toaster. And of course, gotta add a barbecue pork rinds. There we go, my cheese is melted. Turn that off. Get your spatula. And boom. Look at that. That looks amazing. Look at that. Simple sandwich. And you can't go wrong with it. I'm gonna go sit down and eat it. Get you some. Try it out. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet. Probably eat it too. Have a good one.